Vivian, welcome to Zee Connect. Welcome to Dubai. You're doing a Dubai tour and we're so excited to see you.
Thank you very much for having me on your show. And yeah, of course, I think Middle East is something, it always excites me. And especially, the locations, not to miss the food.
Yeah, of course.
And of course, a little bit of shopping.
Shopping, yes. We'll come to all
It's
of
a
that.
must.
100%. You can't go back without shopping from...
If you come to Dubai and you don't shop, it's like you've not visited Dubai.
Yeah. Especially, I know your wife has already selected the gold jewelry pieces that you need to buy.
I'm sure she must have.
Yeah. So anyways, we'll come to that. But before that, I want to take you back to your life, your childhood. We want to go back to where it all started. Your parents were athletes.
Yes.
I mean, it's a rare sports legacy in your family.
Yeah. So I think my parents were the only athletes in my entire family, left side and right side. Yeah. And I think I just followed the legacy edge, just a different profession. I'm the only actor, left side and right side in my whole family.
In your family. But tell me, how was it growing up, your early days, your childhood? Was it like, that kind of influenced you in some way, your parents being athletes, or were you like always drawn towards creativity and acting?
For the first time, I was on a football ground when I started walking.
Okay.
Because my father used to play.
Yeah.
He used to play for Indian Railways. My mother also used to play for Western Railways and Indian Railways. And my mother was an athlete and a basketball player.
Yeah.
She was a shot put thrower, basketball player, and a discus thrower. And my father was, of course, a footballer. So I somehow followed the legacy.
Yeah.
Though I didn't make it to the professional front and I did not pursue football as my career.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played a lot of football. I still play football. We were last in Dubai playing the charity match.
Oh, wow.
So I love playing football, and I think football is my childhood love, and also obvious reasons, like I said. The moment I started walking, I was on the football field, so my father it was right across. We used to live in those, railway kind of bungalows. And right across the road used to be the football ground.
Oh.
And we had like a lot of dogs and cats. So two of my dogs used to stay there and guard me on the football ground. They used to go with me while my father's playing inside. Okay. And nobody dared come close to me. So I think that's one of the fondest memories of the football ground. So yeah, football has always been closer to my heart. Lovely.
Then you went into Glad Rags, and then from Glad Rags to acting. Like, how was the journey? What happened in between?
In my childhood, when I used to look at myself in the mirror, I used to tell my family that, guys, one day I will be a model. And I will model for the top brands in India. God has been very kind.
तो लोग नहीं बोलते थे, आप खुद के लिए बोलते?
हाँ, मैं खुद के लिए बोलता था. मैं अभी भी खुद के लिए बोलता हूँ कि मैं अगला वाला शो सुपर हिट दूंगा. And God willingly वो हो जाता है. So because I somehow feel, one needs to believe in himself to make people believe what he does.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful. I have modeled for all the top brands in India. And the most exciting part was those days, there's a location in Mumbai opposite to the Haji Ali signal.
Yeah.
That's where you have the biggest hoarding of Raymonds.
Yeah.
And that's every model's
Dream.
And God willingly, by God's grace, I achieved that dream, and I looked at myself and I was like, okay, now I have done something in my life. I'm on the posters.
Yeah, what a feeling that must be.
I think the best feeling for any artist is to have that kind of larger than life exposure.
Yeah.
And it gave me like it's moreover a motivation to do more.
Yeah.
Those days we never had WhatsApp, and you used to not mail your pictures.
Yeah.
You have to take physical copies and go to agencies and give them your copies and say, or go there and click your profiles or give an audition.
Yeah.
So I was on my way to L'Oreal, to one of the modeling agencies, and this friend of mine, he was like, okay, I have an audition in Goregaon, in Sankraman Studios at Balaji. So I'll just give that audition, and then, we can go to L'Oreal together. We'll catch a train from the Goregaon station. I was like, all right. So I was just standing there outside. I was roaming around, and I was waiting for my friend to finish. So this one creative person, I think one of the creative team people, she came up to me and she's like, so you're here for audition? I said, no, I don't know how to act. Please, don't put me into this. I'm a model. She's like, no, but your look actually suits the character. I was like, see, I'll be very honest. I don't know how to act. She's like, it's okay. Just for my database, official database, can you just give an audition so that, I have a count? And those days, casting heads used to have a count.
Yeah.
How many auditions have you taken?
Yeah.
On that basis, people used to get paid. So she's like, only if you could help me and just give an audition. I was like, I gave an audition and it was in their database. And I think a couple of days or a few months later, I get a call from Balaji Telfilms. They're like, hi, is this Vivian Dsena? I was like, yes. We're calling from Balaji Telfilms. I was like, Balaji Telfilms? For what, sir? Have you guys started a modeling agency? They were like, no, we want to cast you in a show. I was like, while giving the audition, I said, I don't know how to act.
Yeah.
So she was like, no, please come to the office. We'd like to meet you. I said, but I don't know how to act. They're like, everybody learns it on the job. And I was shocked. I was like, but what is the project? They're like, we're having a leap in Kasam Se and you have to play Ram Kapoor's son. And I was like, Ram Kapoor's such a big actor.
Yeah.
I'll stand next to him and I don't know how to act. I'll get beaten up on the set. It will be an embarrassing situation. They were like, no. But having spoken about Ram sir, I think he's one of the first people in my career who really helped me, how to handle things and how to act also.
Yeah.
He literally taught me how to act. He used to do my lines, stand in front of the mirror,
wow,
and teach me this is how you're supposed to deliver your lines.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That is so amazing.
So he used to, make me go through all those preps, and I think those moments are the closest to my heart. So I think Kasam Se is where,
Kasam Se is where your acting debut, it all began.
Although I didn't know how to act.
So superb, but and it's great that when you're telling me about Ram also teaching you things at that time, it's so great of an actor who's so senior.
I think of course we all know that he's a great actor, but he is a great human being.
Yeah.
And I've always been close to him, and I've always loved him, the way he behaves with all upcoming actors and the way he supports us, and especially in my case, because I was playing his son, so I had a lot of scenes with him.
Yeah.
And he used to tell me, he's like, listen, I have taught you now, don't embarrass me on the set, okay? And I used to be like in too much pressure, okay? And I used to just roam around doing my lines, and I'm like, Ram sir is right. He doesn't need to do his lines.
Correct.
He knows everything in his head.
Absolutely.
So I think he's very good at it, and I think that's where I'm very grateful this beautiful journey of television started, and I think it was one of the best decisions of my lives. One of the best career moves for me, you can say. And then, Ganga Agni Pariksha Jeevan Ki happened, where I couldn't act to save my life. And after a point, they were like, okay, we need to give this character an exit. And we are really sorry, but it's not working out for us. I was like, I'm not feeling bad at all, because I know I'm a pathetic actor. Except the fact, I think one thing I've learned in the industry in the last 17 years of my journey is you need to accept who you are. Most important part. If you are bad, accept it, you're bad.
Today, how do you rate yourself as an actor in all these years?
I mean, by God's grace, they call me the last of the league.
But did you work on yourself? Did you do workshops?
No, not workshops, but I learned everything on the job, and I think by God's grace, I am, because I learned from Ram Kapoor, and he is somebody who's technically very sound, so I think I picked this up from him.
Yeah.
And I have, I don't, people say, I don't feel ashamed of saying that I did not go to an acting class. I learned everything on the job.
On the job. We also see you doing more intense roles and very complex characters. Is that what you enjoy? And have you thought of exploring other genres?
See, for me, of course, that's very important. Because, I only intend to play a character which is not exactly the previous character of mine. So I like to do a different character, you start from Pyar Ki Kahani.
Yeah.
So I think Pyar Ki Kahani, I was playing a vampire. So that's a character you can't have expressions.
Yeah.
Although before Pyar Ki Kahani, we had some workshops also on the set. So I think Pyar Ki Kahani, I played a vampire. Then suddenly there was like a major change in my character on screen, which was RK.
Yeah.
So from a vampire to a superstar, like he's only expressive.
Yeah.
He expresses in every frame.
Yeah.
And they always say that, I do intense roles. So I mean, I think my intense expression is what people like, so I have to keep that. I think two things a which is common in all my character, is one is intensity and one is romance, most importantly.
Yeah. No, but tell me something. What does success mean to you, and how has the meaning of success changed over the years for you?
See, for me, success is where my work is appreciated by my audience and my fans, not the kind of money I make. Success is not money for me. For me, my essential job is to entertain people. If my fans and my viewers are not liking my job, then there's no point making money or doing any show.
Yeah.
So I think for me, success is all the love that I get from my fans, and by God's grace, like, alhamdulillah, I have had the best fans in the world.
Yeah.
And they have been with me for a decade and a half and more.
Yeah.
And still going strong. So I think it's the love of the people which make you successful, not the kind of money or not the kind of, the level you achieve in the industry.
Wonderful. I have a rapid fire for you, Vivian.
Absolutely.
So let's see how you ace at this. Okay. Are you a fitness enthusiast, and are you first of all?
Depends what project I'm doing.
Okay.
So for me, going to the gym is only transforming for a character.
Really?
Yeah. Otherwise, I keep myself fit by playing football only.
Lovely. Okay, great. Tell me, what is your fake excuse to leave a party early? I'm sure you must be giving
I don't
many.
make excuses.
No? You just say, I'm going.
I'm leaving, guys. Why?
Or you just disappear without saying bye?
No. I go to the guest and I say, I gotta leave, bro. Just because I don't go out much socially, so they just let me go. I don't have to make excuses.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Okay, good. So, who's a bigger foodie? Because we were talking about it just now, you or Nuran?
Me. Of course. Goes without saying.
And so, what is it that she cooks that you love the most?
Oh, she cooks lovely food.
Yeah?
Yeah. Especially all the Egyptian dishes. I love all of them.
Okay.
But it's actually one of my most favorite ones. She makes a tajine. It's called a tajine. She makes one full tajine for me only, and I eat it twice a day and I finish it.
Wow, amazing. Okay, I have a last question for you. If you could go back to your younger self and give one piece of professional advice to the young Vivian, what would it be?
I'd like to give advice to myself, not professionally. I think professionally, you learn over the years, and professionally, I should be the last one complaining. So professionally, I'm good. I got no regrets. Personally also, I got no regrets, but I personally feel that, I had this habit of, like accepting people by their face value. So I have a lot of people who were a part of my life, and
you learned it the hard way.
We all do. I think nobody learns the easy
Yeah.
way. I think we all learn the hard way. So I stopped taking people by face value.
Wonderful. That was the rapid fire. You aced it brilliantly.
Thank you very much.
Jaane se pehle, I just want to ask you about your upcoming projects. No? You won't tell us? Pata chal
Wait
jayega.
and watch.
Okay,
That's
done.
the secret.
Wonderful. It's been great talking to you,
Super.
Vivian.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you.
Thank you.